Bo doesn't push this guy and try to exhaust him and look good, then it'll be main card to featured prelim. You don't want to end up early fight past prelims. You just keep going down. You keep going down. So Bo's got an opportunity this time to make sure that he makes a statement.
Bo Nickal last time out got stopped against Renier de Ridder. It was a beautiful knee to the stomach in the second round. Can he get back to winning ways after taking the first loss? His record in MMA is only 7-1, so he's only had 8 fights. And Rodolfo Vieira, a man that has shown in the past that he often gets tired. He can strike a little bit, but he likes to get people down on the ground and go to work with the jiu-jitsu. 11 wins, only 1 knockout, 9 by way of submission. Well, I'll tell you this, I don't think Vieira will be taking down Bo Nickal anytime soon, and I do think that Bo Nickal will do enough to get the job done. Rodolfo Vieira's a big guy though. He might swing, he might connect, he might crack Bo Nickal and send him down.
Man, him competing his whole life, I'm sure he's starving and to get back in the win column, to make things back, you know, to get back to the trajectory he was on, you know. But I think this is a favorable matchup. It's a big guy, grappler. Not the best skills, you know, no disrespect to his opponent, but not the most dangerous striker. Just a really strong grappler. And I mean, that's what Bo does the best. Obviously, he's an expert in wrestling, but he's been around the gym. He's been on the mats enough with high-level guys. He knows his ways around the submission game. So I just feel like this is a really good matchup for him.
I'm going to actually lean towards Rodolfo Vieira, though. I think he's got the cleaner stand-up. I think he's got the ability to get the submission. Those are the two things. Now, will he slow down as the fight goes on? Probably. But I think that he's got the ability to get the submission on the ground if Bo tries to wrestle. And on the feet, all he's got to do, Rodolfo Vieira, all he's got to do is avoid the big shot, especially in the first round.
Of course, Rodolfo's, world class, not only in one sport, but in 2 sports, which is impressive. And so it's something that you got to respect the guy going in. And I think that for me, it's really a lesson that I learned from my last fight is just to focus more on myself than my opponent and just work on continuing to round out and perfect my skills and the fundamentals of fighting. So, I think got respect for Rodolfo, and he's able to accomplish a lot. But this camp and all the training leading up has been focused on me.
Yeah, Rodolfo Vieira is one of the best Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys to ever compete inside the Octagon. His credentials prove that. However, if you look at his performances in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, he is best known for his takedown game and for his top pressure and top passing. I don't think that's going to happen here against Bo Nickal. I don't think he's going to be able to get a takedown. I don't think he's going to be able to get much of a reversal. He's got some decent half-guard attacks where he can try to sweep from there, but that kind of puts Bo Nickal in some good wrestling positions where he's very comfortable. So I agree with Brian here yet again. I think Bo needs the confidence to be able to take this fight to the ground if he needs to. And if he's doing his homework, he knows that, yeah, Rodolfo Vieira has all these credentials in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but not off of his back. That's where Bo Nickal can work his ground and pound and really be dominant, get back to his roots.
My thoughts on it were that he didn't deserve to be on the main card, not on a pay-per-view card, not stacked like this, not after his last performance. I am not discrediting Bo Nickal. I still think he has a huge, bright future. I love everything about him. I love the energy he brings. I love the fans that he's bringing. I just don't think this is the card. If he was going to be on it, you can't put him on the main card, especially with other fighters that are below him that you just know are just deserving.
I think that the only thing I would do differently is, I made a pretty arrogant comment on Ariel Helwani the first time I went on that, of course, I would be on the main card. So a lot of people have given me a lot of flack for that. And it finally, your guys' wishes were fulfilled. So be headlining the prelims. So congratulations, everybody. But no, honestly, everything I would do is I would do it the same, and I'm grateful for it.
No, I like Bo, man. I mean, people give him a tough time. Look, if you're not loving or hating a fighter, then they're boring, right? And so whatever your mix is, whatever your thought is on Bo Nickal, he's a phenomenal grappler. He's still a very young fighter in his fight career. He's still very green, getting better with each and every fight. The pay-per-view, these 5 fights that we have, this is the best 5 fights on a pay-per-view this entire year. Nothing needs to change. You put Bo Nickal, Rodolfo Vieira at the prelim main event, perfect position for this.
Because the reason he was on the main cards that he was on is because of the undefeated prospect element. Then you get finished, you are no longer that undefeated prospect. So put him on the prelims, and there's this like idea that being on the prelims is dog shit, whatever. And while prestige, what you want to be on the main card, literally more people watch you on the prelims than the main card.
I mean, promotion actually means that promotion goes one way, which is up. And in the UFC, if you win, you will either go up or you'll stay steady. You know, when you get to main event, there's really nowhere else to go. When you get to title fight, there's really nowhere else to go. Bo was in a very sweet spot, and I actually read that article because his coming fight, he was a 2-1 favorite. It wasn't a highly anticipated fight. It kind of caught a few of us from nowhere saying, okay, nobody's asked for that fight, but okay. Then when it was given a TV spot, you know, as a supporter of Bo, as a wrestler, I liked it. You're breaking news to me. I did not know that it had fallen back down. Now, there's all sorts of answers where people like to play and go, no, a main event of an undercard is bigger than an opening bout. Just stop. It just stop at the whole thing. Whether there's more eyeballs or not, it is a social standing within the locker room. And within our own locker room, which spot is cooler? Yes, of course, is the main card, and Bo would not deny that.
I'm really interested to see how Bo Nickal gets on with Rodolfo Vieira. I know that it's like grapple, jiu-jitsu, all that type of thing. I like Bo Nickal as a geezer. I just don't know where he's at as a fighter. I like the fact that he's dropped off the main card. He's now on the prelims. This is big for him. He's got to turn up. He's got to turn up and he's got to deliver. But Rodolfo Vieira will fancy this. Massively fancy it.
I can't in my fucking right mind ever in a million years at any point say this guy's going to beat Reina Derrida and then also say, but I don't think he beats Rodolfo Vieira after he's had that lesson of a loss. Early in his career, you know, 7-0, fights Reina Derrida, loses, and he did get punished in that fight. But the thing is about Rodolfo Vieira is, when have you ever seen him like tee off? That's what I was looking for. I was like, am I going to pick against Bo Nickal again? It would make sense to, and I kind of want to. Okay, I really, really want to. But Rodolfo Vieira is so okay to never attempt a KO, to barely attempt takedowns ever in his fight. He seems like he gassed out against Anthony Hernandez, which isn't a shame.
But Bo Nickal's going to fight Rodolfo Vieira. Chill. This one has potential to look like Paul Craig, but he needs to make sure, right? Because when he fought Paul Craig and Craig had the grappling, he didn't take him down. He showed his striking, which to you and I, we thought he did pretty good. He's a wrestler. He didn't use his greatest skill. We thought he made a mistake by not using his wrestling. But if he does this again against Vieira, because Vieira is an even better grappler, he's got to look better. He's got to make it look impressive. And what he needs to do more than anything is push Vieira, because Vieira does get fatigued.
Massively exposed now. The bounce back for the UFC, the way Bo Nickal's pre-Derrida career went, would have been, all right, we'll put him in with another striker again and let Bo do Bo. Let Bo do his wrestling. But they haven't. And that's why I love the matchmaking in the UFC. They've gone, okay, you got in there last time with a grapple-heavy, submission-heavy jiu-jitsu guy who actually, it turned into a striking battle and he done you. He done you with a flying knee. So we're going to put you in with another submission guy. We're going to put you in with an elite-level black belt Brazilian jiu-jitsu judoka. Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt. So if Bo takes him down, Rodolfo Vieira is like, thanks, mate. This is exactly where I wanted to be.
Yeah, exactly.
This is exactly where I want to be.
I think that for me, it felt like a lot of changes because I really just changed a lot of stuff mentally and had a different level of like focus and intensity and motivation with my training. I think that the loss has been something that's been really good for me and something that I'm grateful for. And you know, the hard part is just now it's felt like a long time, and I've been waiting and just working and grinding, and excited to get back in there this weekend.
You know, obviously he's getting better, but it's tough to say, besides seeing him in the gym, it's tough to say in the actual fights because his fights have been so short. You know, he hasn't had like a real back and forth. You know, before this last one, he was putting guys away pretty quick. So, but he's definitely evolving and getting well-rounded. He's working with the best coaches and training partners in the world, and he's dedicated, you know.